You're staring at your phone again. 0:011 second. 0:022 seconds. The screen is dark. No notifications, no messages, nothing. And in that silence, something inside you starts to 0:1010 seconds crack because you both stopped reaching out. No more good morning texts, no more late night check-ins, just 0:1818 seconds. Nothing. And right now, in this moment, you feel like you're losing. But what if I told you that this silence, this 0:2626 seconds, exact moment you're sitting in right now, is not the end of the game? 0:3131 seconds. It's where the real game begins. Let me take you somewhere most people never want to go. That place where the silence gets so loud, it drowns 0:3939 seconds out everything else. You know that feeling when you catch yourself checking your phone for the 10th time in an hour? When you open the conversation, 0:4848 seconds, just to see if they're online. When you start typing a message, then delete it, then type it again, then delete it again, you're trapped in this 0:5757 seconds loop of wanting to reach out, but knowing that if you do, you lose something. You just don't know what yet. 1:04, 1 minute, 4 seconds. Here's what nobody tells you about that moment when you both stop contacting each other. It's not about the relationship anymore. It's about you. 1:131 minute, 13 seconds. It's about everything you've been avoiding looking at, every insecurity you've buried, every need for validation you've hidden behind casual. 1:211 minute, 21 seconds conversation. Every fear of being alone that you've drowned out with constant connection. The silence strips 1:281 minute, 28 seconds all of that away. And what's left is the raw truth of who you are. When nobody's watching, when nobody's responding, when nobody's giving you 1:37, 1 minute, 37 seconds, that hit of dopamine that tells you you matter, most people break here. They send that text. They make that call. 1:451, minute, 45 seconds. They create some excuse to check in, to see how the other person is doing, to casually drop back into their life like nothing happened. And the 1:531 minute, 53 seconds moment they do, they lose. Not because reaching out is weak, but because they reached out from a place of fear, from a place of needing, from a 2:022 minutes, 2 seconds place of not being able to sit with themselves in the quiet. Think about it right now. Someone out there is sitting in the same silence you are. 2:122 minutes, 12 seconds. Maybe it's the person you're thinking about. Maybe they're wondering the same things, checking their phone the same way, feeling that same pull to 2:202 minutes, 20 seconds. Break the silence. But here's the difference between someone who understands the game and someone who doesn't. The person who understands knows that silence is not emptiness. Chapter 3. The Stoic Power of Detachment. 2:312 minutes, 31 seconds. It's information. It's a mirror. 2:33, 2 minutes, 33 seconds. It's showing you exactly where you stand with yourself. There was a man I heard about, let's call him David. 2:402 minutes, 40 seconds. David had been seeing someone for 6 months. Not official, but consistent. 2:45, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. The kind of situation where you text every day, make plans every week, and fall into this comfortable rhythm that feels like something more. 542 minutes, 54 seconds, without ever being defined as something more. Then, one day, she stopped replying. Not in an angry way, not with 3:023 minutes, 2 seconds, an explanation. She just faded. And David did what most men do. He sent 3:08, 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Another text, then another. Each one a little more casual, a little more trying not to seem like he's trying. And with each message that went 3:173 minutes, 17 seconds unanswered, he felt smaller. After a week, he stopped. Not because he wanted to, but because he was exhausted. 3:243 minutes, 24 seconds, 6 hosted from the mental games. 3:263 minutes, 26 seconds, 6 hosted from crafting the perfect message that would make her respond. 3:313 minutes, 31 seconds, 6 hosted from feeling like he was chasing someone who was running away. So he stopped, and in that silence, something shifted. The first few days were 3,403 minutes, 40 seconds, shell. He kept reaching for his phone, kept imagining what she was doing, who she was with, why she wasn't reaching 3,473 minutes, 47 seconds, out. But then around day 5, something changed. He stopped thinking about her and started thinking about 3:543 minutes, 54 seconds himself. He started asking different questions. Not, why isn't she texting me, but why do I need her to text me? Chapter 4, Real Life Story, The Man Who Stopped Chasing. 4 minutes and 24 seconds, 2 seconds. Not, what did I do wrong, but what was I getting from this that I'm not giving myself? And in those 4 minutes and 94 seconds, 9 seconds, questions. He found something he'd lost along the way, himself, his own center, his own worth that didn't depend on someone else's attention. 4:194 minutes, 19 seconds. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said this: "You have power over your mind, not 4 to 264 minutes, 26 seconds outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Let that sink in for a moment. You have 4:344 minutes, 34 seconds, power over your mind. Not over whether someone texts you back, not over whether they miss you or think about you. 4:414 minutes, 41 seconds. Or regret the silence. You have power over how you respond to that silence, and that response determines everything. 4:484 minutes, 48 seconds. See, when you both stop contacting each other, what's really happening is a test. Not a test of the relationship. 4:554 minutes, 55 seconds. A test of you. It's testing whether your peace depends on external validation or internal strength. It's testing whether 5:035 minutes, 3 seconds. You know your own value, or whether you need someone else to confirm it for you. It's testing whether you can sit in discomfort without numbing it. 5:115 minutes, 11 seconds. Fixing it or running from it. And here's the brutal truth that most people don't want to hear. The person who can sit in that silence without 5:205 minutes, 20 seconds, breaking, without needing, without chasing, is the person who wins. Not because relationships are about winning. 5:275 minutes, 27 seconds, and losing. But because that person has something everyone is attracted to. Self-possession. The ability to be okay. 5, 355 minutes, 35 seconds, when things are not okay. The ability to exist fully without needing someone else to complete them. Let me break down what's really happening in that silence. 5, 455 minutes, 45 seconds. 4 things are taking place under the surface that most people never see. 5:49, 5 minutes, 49 seconds. First, value is being tested. In any dynamic between two people, there's always a question of value. Who, 5:56, 5 minutes, 56 seconds, values the connection more? Who needs it more? Who's willing to sacrifice their pride, their peace, their center to keep 6 minutes and 46 seconds, 4 seconds, it going? The moment you reach out from a place of need, you've answered that question. You've shown that your value is dependent on their response. But when 6 minutes and 36 seconds, 13 seconds you can sit in the silence, when you can let the days pass without breaking, you're saying something else. You're saying, I'm okay either way. 6:226 minutes, 22 seconds. And that shifts everything. Second, emotional maturity is being revealed. 6:276 minutes, 27 seconds. Anyone can be present when things are good, when the texts are flowing and the plans are being made and everything feels easy. But silence. Chapter 5. Marcus Aurelius on Control and Inner Strength. 6:356 minutes, 35 seconds. Silence shows you who can handle discomfort, who can sit with uncertainty, who can resist the urge to control, to fix, to force an outcome. 6:456 minutes, 45 seconds. The person who reaches out first isn't always the weaker one, but the person who reaches out from panic, from fear, from the inability to be alone. 6:546 minutes, 54 seconds. With themselves. That person has just shown they're not ready for anything real. Third, ego is being 7:01, 7 minutes, 1 second, confronted. Your ego hates silence. It hates not knowing. It hates the possibility that maybe you're not as important to that person as you thought. 7:117 minutes, 11 seconds. It hates the idea that they might be okay without you. And so it pushes you to reach out, to get confirmation, to reestablish your place. 7:197 minutes, 19 seconds in their life. But what if the silence is teaching you that you don't need a place in anyone's life to be whole? What if it's showing you that 7:287 minutes, 28 seconds, your ego has been running the show, and it's time to take the power back? Fourth, reality is being filtered. 7:357 minutes, 35 seconds. Silence is a filter. It filters out what's real from what's fantasy. It filters out people who were only there for convenience from people who 7:447 minutes, 44 seconds actually care. It filters out your own illusions about what the connection was versus what it actually is. And yes, that's painful, but it's 7:537 minutes, 53 seconds, also necessary. Because you can't build anything real on fantasy. You can't build anything lasting on fear of loss. You can't build anything. Chapter 6. The 4 Psychological Truths About Silence. 8:02, 8 minutes, 2 seconds. Meaningful when you're afraid to lose it. So what do you do when you're sitting in that silence, when every part of you wants to reach out, when 108 minutes, 10 seconds, you're tired of the mental games and you just want resolution? You do the hardest thing in the world. You sit with it. You 178 minutes, 17 seconds. Let the discomfort be there without trying to fix it. You observe your mind spinning its stories without believing them. You notice the urge to reach out without acting on it. 278 minutes, 27 seconds. And in that space between urge and action, you find your power. 328 minutes, 32 seconds. Here's a practical exercise. For the next 48 hours, commit to complete silence. Not just with that person, but with your own mental 408 minutes, 40 seconds commentary about it. Every time you catch yourself crafting that perfect text in your mind, stop. Every time you start imagining scenarios of 8:49, 8 minutes, 49 seconds, why they're not reaching out, stop. Every time you check their social media to see if they're posting, stop. 568 minutes, 56 seconds. Redirect that energy back to yourself. 588 minutes, 58 seconds. Ask yourself, what do I actually want? Not from them, from my life. What am I avoiding by focusing on this silence? What part of me feels threatened by not being needed? 109 minutes, 10 seconds. This isn't about playing games. This isn't about making them chase you or proving a point. This is about finding. 169 minutes, 16 seconds. Your center, when everything external is unstable. This is about discovering that you can be okay, completely okay, without that text, that call, that validation. 279 minutes, 27 seconds. Because here's what happens when you truly embody that. When you stop needing the contact, when you stop checking your phone with that desperate hope. 369 minutes, 36 seconds. When you stop caring about who reaches out first, because you're genuinely at peace either way. That's when everything, 439 minutes, 43 seconds, changes. Sometimes they come back. Sometimes they reach out and the connection resumes and you both, 509 minutes, 50 seconds, understand each other better because you both survived the silence. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes the silence is 589 minutes, 58 seconds, permanent. And you realize that what you thought you lost wasn't yours to begin with. And both of those outcomes are 10:06, 10 minutes, 6 seconds. Okay, because you're okay. You've proven to yourself that you don't need anyone else to complete you, that your worth isn't determined by who texts you back. 10:1600, 10 minutes, 16 seconds. That your peace doesn't depend on external circumstances lining up perfectly. David, the Mima man I mentioned earlier, after 3 weeks of 10:2410 minutes, 24 seconds silence, she reached out. A casual text, like nothing had happened, and he responded, but not from the same. Chapter 7, Practical Challenge, the 48-hour silence exercise. 3,110 minutes, 31 seconds, place he would have 3 weeks prior. He wasn't relieved, he wasn't grateful, he wasn't trying to reestablish what they had. He was simply 10:40, 10 minutes, 40 seconds, present, responding because he chose to, not because he needed to. And that shift in his energy changed everything. 10:47, 10 minutes, 47 seconds. The dynamic was different, healthier, more honest, because he had done the work in the silence. He had 10:54, 10 minutes, 54 seconds, found himself. And from that place of wholeness, connection became a choice, not a need. That's what the 11:011 1 minutes, 1 second silence teaches you, if you let it. That you're whole on your own. That connection should add to your life, not define it. That the right people will 11:1011 minutes, 10 seconds value your presence, because you value your own presence first. That peace is not found in someone else's 11 minutes, 17 seconds response, but in your ability to be okay without it. So if you're in that silence right now, I want you to hear this. 11:24, 11 minutes, 24 seconds. You're exactly where you need to be. 11:26, 11 minutes, 26 seconds. This is not punishment. This is not loss. This is the universe giving you space to remember who you are, to rebuild your relationship with yourself. 11:35. 11 minutes, 35 seconds to stop outsourcing your worth to someone else's attention. The real game isn't about who reaches out first. The real game is about who can 11,431 minutes, 43 seconds stand in their own power, in their own peace, in their own completeness, regardless of who's on the other end of that silence. And when you 11:5211 minutes, 52 seconds get there, when you truly embody that, everything else becomes clear. You stop playing games because you're not playing 11:59, 11 minutes, 59 seconds anymore. You stop needing closure because you've already closed that chapter within yourself. You stop. Chapter 8, Final Reflection. Silence as your teacher. 12:06. 12 minutes, 6 seconds waiting for someone to choose you because you've already chosen yourself. 12:11. 12 minutes, 11 seconds. That's when you win. Not over them, over the part of you that thought you needed them to be okay. Let me leave you with this. The silence is not your enemy. 12:2, 1012 minutes, 20 seconds. It's your teacher. It's showing you where you still need to grow, where you still need to heal, where you still need to build your foundation. And 12:29, 12 minutes, 29 seconds. If you can sit with it, learn from it, and come out the other side stronger, more centered, more at peace, then 12:36, 12 minutes, 36 seconds. You've gained something far more valuable than any text message could ever give you. You've gained yourself. 12:43, 12 minutes, 43 seconds. If this message resonated with you, if you felt something shift while listening, do me a favor, hit that like button. Not for the algorithm, but as 12:5212 minutes, 52 seconds. A commitment to yourself that you're going to do the work, that you're going to sit in the silence and find your power there. Subscribe to this 13:00 minutes channel if you want more truth like this. Truth that doesn't sugarcoat. 13 minutes and 41 seconds. 4 seconds. Truth that challenges you to become better. And drop a comment below. Tell me, what's one moment where silence 13 minutes and 11 seconds, taught you more than words ever could? I read every single one, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs 13 minutes, 17 seconds to hear today. This is Stoic truth, where silence becomes strength.